Hart purchased the Miller Media Group in August 2025 and looks forward to serving DeWitt County and Central Illinois for years to come.
Your friend in Central Illinois. WHOW.
Top of the morning. Thanks for being with us. I'm your host today, Seth Lawrence. The WHOW Morning Show streams to Facebook and YouTube, brought to you by Peterson Insurance, your Pekin Insurance agent in Clinton. My guest in studio today is Taylor Baxter, City Manager for the City of Farmer City. Good to see you once again, Taylor. How you doing?
Hello, sir. How are you?
I am well, and glad that microphone's working. Kurt Homan almost broke that one yesterday.
Unbelievable.
I know it.
Wait till I see him next time.
Yeah, can't bring anything nice in for Kurt these days. No, but in all seriousness, glad to have you in the studio and
Thanks,
catching up about all things Farmer City. You feel like it's been a minute. What's been going on in the city these days?
It has been a minute. We didn't have a second meeting in February, so since the last time we talked, we just had our meeting last night. Went well. Couple of really interesting things popped up on the agenda that we talked about, and so yeah, I don't know if you just want to dive into
Let's
that.
just dive in, my man. Let's do it. Yeah,
sure. First thing on the agenda was a resolution, and this has kind of been a topic throughout DeWitt County, especially with Clinton and the county, and just the support of the Illinois America 250 commemoration. So the celebration, this is going to be America's 250th birthday. And so what we did, we passed a resolution last night that just talked about Farmer City is going to be a part of that. So the Illinois Municipal League, which every single municipality in Illinois is a part of, they have a model resolution that you can pass as a city, and through that we get support through IML with graphics and marketing material, and so it's really just saying, hey, Farmer City is going to do something big this year, and we're going to be a part of the rest of whoever else participates in that. So more of just a declaration of we know this is going to be a big deal, and we're going to try to do some cool things in Farmer City to help celebrate that.
Have you started that planning process yet?
We have. It's been kind of behind the scenes. There's a couple rumors floating around of people interested in doing a parade, because Farmer City hasn't done a 4th of July parade before, but just for this monumentous occasion, they wanted to start doing some of those things. So speaking of Kurt Homan, we've had some good conversations with him, because he's been in talks with the county about the firework money and really making this an awesome show for the Farmer City residents.
Right.
Because Kurt is also a part of the Raceway Association, so he's on that board too. So the mayor and I were just talking yesterday with him on the phone just about what that might look like for this big celebration and allowing people into the track. And he was talking about how this is a really, really big day for them every year. So
they will have a race on the 4th, huh?
It sounds like it, yeah.
Cool.
People get a meet and greet, and I think he said it was $5 for people to get in, so super cheap.
Wow. Holy cow.
Yeah, you get to meet and greet the drivers. They do autographs and pictures, and it's sounds like a big deal. So
cool.
Yeah, we're really excited to just jump on the bandwagon and help celebrate America's 250th birthday.
Well, and if I'm not mistaken, the Raceway does its own fireworks from time to time, do they not?
They like after races and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. But this is a joint effort between the Raceway. So last year, they came to the city asking for support financially for fireworks, and we're going to do that again. So hopefully it's going to be a combination of the Raceway, the city, and then also I think there's going to be some county funds available eventually. I think they're going to the finance committee to figure out where they're going to allocate that. But yeah, folks that or not folks, but municipalities within DeWitt County, if they're going to put on a fireworks show, they have a certain amount of money they want to give to each community. So we hope that'll just boost and, no pun intended, put gas on the fire and just make it bigger. So
very good.
Yeah.
So we're 4th of July is still a distance away, but I mean, it's not that far. So planning, what's that going to look like?
Yeah, so we really just need to figure out what that looks like. The events that are going to be leading up to that day, the day of. So it's going to be, we're going to need some help. So from volunteers to be able to put pull some of this stuff off. We really haven't dove into really much other than just this this resolution. So now that we have this passed and the community knows we're going to try to do something big, we hope to have some good conversations leading up to that. So I don't really have a good answer for you.
Okay.
But
You'll
we
get
hope
it going.
Yeah, we hope so.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah.
Very good. So anything else on that kind of fourth piece and the celebration to ensue?
Not really. I think there'll just be more to come from the county level, because I think they have some funds that, again, they're going to allocate for municipalities within DeWitt County. So there's nothing really new other than it's going to be a big fireworks show.
All right, very good.
Yeah.
Taylor Baxter, City Administrator, City of Farmer City, our guest in studio here for today. We follow up the Monday night Farmer City Council meeting. What else came out of the meeting there, Taylor?
Yeah, last night we had a good presentation by Robert McIlvain, and Robert is in charge of the Farmer City Retailers Association in Farmer City, and he's also the owner of Mischievous Monkeys, a very popular store in Farmer City downtown. And what he has done last year, or 2 years ago, excuse me, he put together a little brochure and he offered it up to other businesses within Farmer City to basically just promote them.
Okay.
And so when everybody comes to City Hall or different locations throughout city, there's a brochure that's kind of a welcoming, but also it highlights a lot of the businesses in Farmer City. So he was asking for financial support for that for this year because he wants to update it. He wants to get new businesses involved in it. And he had a lot of feedback 2 years ago when he did this. So just offering some financial support to help promote Farmer City businesses.
Okay.
So
yeah, cool.
that's going to come out of our hotel motel account. And whenever we take funds out of there that isn't specifically allocated for something, it's a good idea to have full council support on that. So he came and presented, and council was on board. So
all right.
yeah, that was kind of an interesting one, something a little bit different. We also had a discussion regarding the use of South Park by the Farmer City Haunted Forest. So Rachel Cox came and she gave us a presentation, really just talked about what the intended use is for next year and some dates. And so we had a good discussion on that and everything went well. So
is that like for the Haunted Forest, or is that okay? Yeah. What are they thinking, or what what'd she have to say?
Yeah, so it's going to be every Friday and Saturday in October, and they really need some more help, and help from the city is just opening it up sooner for them to start decorating because they don't have as many volunteers. She also talked about a different plan where they're not going to use the entire trail. They're going to use certain zones. So they're working through planning on that part because this is a massive event for Farmer City. And last year I heard it was very well attended. And so, yeah, we were just setting some guidelines and making sure we're all on the same page. And so, yeah, we approved those dates for her yesterday to get started.
Cool.
I think in August.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how long it takes to set some of this stuff up. So it's kind of a balance of, letting them go in there and do their thing, but then also leaving it open to the public to make sure they can still use it too.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Probably providing some security too for the things they're doing in there. Right.
Yeah,
I mean,
right.
Yeah.
Right.
Interesting stuff. Is that a pretty big economic driver for the county around the October time?
Yeah. We've had people, I've heard come from an hour away, and those are just the people that I've talked to. I'm sure that people have come from farther, and it really is every Friday and Saturday. It seems like it's a pretty big deal in Farmer City. So we're very lucky. And again, kind of like what we're talking about with the 4th of July events, we need volunteer organizations to be able to help put these things on, and the Farmer City Haunted Forest is definitely one of those that provides a lot of support just volunteer wise, and people just dedicating their time to make Farmer City a better place to come and visit. So
very good. Taylor, anything else out of last night's meeting worth putting out there?
Yeah, so here's kind of a big one. I've mentioned
You're in the lead on me here a little bit.
I know, sorry. The I-74 project, I've talked about this a ton. We're still a go, and actually they're going to be moving dirt, I believe, next month. We ran into a little hiccup with the state of Illinois because we had to do an archaeological study, and they thought there might be an ancient burial ground of Indians on this piece of property. Come to find out there isn't. So we're good to go on that. So we're moving forward. But one of the things on the city side, so the city is extending our utilities, and in Farmer City we have water, sewer, and electric, that we're extending utilities out to the tabling development project. But one of the hiccups we ran into was on the electric side. We have some lead times on some of these pieces that we need for our sewer pump station that is up to 70 weeks long.
Wow.
Yeah. So when we first went out to bid, our engineers, we looked at every single piece of equipment that we needed in order to extend the utilities. Okay, here's the piece that we need for this. Okay, let's figure out how long that's going to take. Well, the subcontractor was going through line by line. Okay, here's what we need to order. This is what we need. They found anywhere from, there was probably, I want to say 7 pieces, anywhere from 24 weeks to 70 weeks delayed in getting them here. So when we originally had that contract made, we had substantial completion date, final date that everything needed to be done, final payment date that needed to be extended, obviously, because of we don't know that in the beginning. So last night it was kind of a, hey, I have some bad news that I need to bring to you guys kind of conversation, but it's totally out of our control. It's out of the subcontractor's control. But in the meantime, they're going to be looking for similar products that will still work, but it doesn't have to be that specific model, that sort of thing. So this is kind of worst case scenario. We're pushing it back 6-7 months for the final. I didn't even realize I did that. Dang it. For those that are not watching, I said 6 or 7 months, and Seth did. I did the 6, 7. Yeah.
I was trying to be discreet about it, Taylor.
I know. I called him out.
You just had to out me on the radio. Thanks for that.
Dang it.
Just had to out me.
I thought I got away from that from my kids, but apparently Seth got me.
5-year-old at heart. Sorry about that.
So we long story short, we just had to push it back because, with contractors, you have to be able to hold them accountable to dates, and it's not their fault. This is getting pushed back, so it's just being on the same page with them and being realistic with it too.
But also, I mean, that could be because I think of the sheriff just had a security piece that he needed to upgrade, and the lead time was like 8 weeks or something like that, or 12 weeks maybe. I can't remember what it was, but anyways, like he got it within 4. Yeah, so just because it's 50, 70, whatever it is, doesn't mean it's going to be that long.
Exactly right. Yeah. And we hope that we can find something similar that will be able to work. And yeah, this is, hey, you remember that time when we said we had to push it back 7 months? We're okay. We got it done on time. So the good thing with this, and what our engineers have told us, is this is kind of the last piece that really needs to be put in place. So we can still extend water, sewer. We can get the pump station there. It's just, we just, in order for it to officially say, yep, we're ready to go, we need some of these things in place, but it's kind of the last piece of the puzzle. So
got it. So what are you thinking for a time frame on that stuff?
They're going to start working as in tabling development. They have to develop the road. Again, for those that don't know, we're going to have 2 8-unit apartment complexes and then also a light commercial portion of this. Our hope is that this is going to be done within the next year. Now, depending, the buildings may be up, all of that. But again, in order to officially flush the toilet and make sure it goes the way it needs to go, I don't know, just because of this last second delay that we're seeing here.
That's crazy, man.
But they're going to be moving dirt next month. And there's going to be activity out there on both sides, on our end for the utilities, and then on tabling development side for the apartment complex.
So you're saying we may get to a point where it's just like they can't go any further because what they need isn't here.
Right.
I see. That makes sense.
We hope not, but that might be a reality. So
got it. That's not the worst. No, like it's not stopping the project.
No, and it is what it is. That's one of those things. Like whenever you have projects and stuff, there's going to be delays. You expect that coming in. Now, do you expect 70 weeks? No, but it's just the reality of the world, and being able to get. There's a reason why there's a delay. It's not just, hey, we don't want to get this for 70 weeks. We're just there's a reason behind it. So you adjust and you try to make the best of it.
Very good. Well, on that note, Taylor, let's break. Come back with some more. Taylor Baxter, City Administrator for the City of Farmer City, our guest in the studio. More to come with Taylor on the WHOW Morning Show.
WHOW.
Let's check the opening numbers now at the Chicago Board of Trade on this Tuesday. I'm Jim Taylor on the RFD Radio Network. We start the day in the green with corn, beans, and Chicago wheat. May corn opening 4.50 3/4 up a nickel. July corn up 5.5, 4.59 3/4. New crop December 4.73 1/2 up 3 1/2. May beans 11.75 1/4 up 11 1/4. July beans up 11.5, 11.88 and 3/4, and November new crop 11.36 1/4, up 7.5. May Chicago wheat 5.77 1/2, unchanged. July wheat up a penny, 5.86 1/2, and September wheat 5.98 1/2, up 1 1/4. May bean meal 314.90, up $2, and May bean oil 63.39, up 65 cents. Opening numbers on this Tuesday morning. Jim Taylor on the RFD Radio Network.
This is Inside.
March into Baum Chevrolet Buick and march out with a new Chevrolet. This is Scott Baum from Baum Chevrolet Buick in Clinton and Farmer City. We have over 20 Silverados to fit your daily work needs in 1500, 2500, and 3500s in gas or diesel, all sale priced. Also, check out the Colorado pickup. This size and maneuverability may be another option as well. Chevrolet, together, let's drive. Baum Chevrolet Buick, right from the start.
Good morning. I'm Ben Lowers, and I'm running for DeWitt County Sheriff. For 30 years, I've dedicated my career to protecting communities. I started as a 911 dispatcher, learning how to handle a crisis before I ever stepped into a squad car. I've served 25 years with the Clinton Police Department, the last 12 as Clinton's Chief of Police. I understand every level of public safety because I've lived it on the very front lines. As your sheriff, I'll bring that diverse experience, passion for law enforcement and leadership, and a steady hand to all of DeWitt County. I'm Ben Lowers, and I'm asking for your vote on March 17th.
Paid for by citizens to elect Ben Lowers.
Your friend in Central Illinois, WHOW.
Once again, a good morning. Thanks for being with us. I'm your host today, Seth Lawrence. The WHOW Morning Show streams to Facebook and YouTube, brought to you by Peterson Insurance, your Pekin Insurance agent in Clinton. My guest in studio is Taylor Baxter, City Administrator for the City of Farmer City. And Taylor, I feel like we followed up the Tuesday night council meeting pretty thoroughly. Did I miss anything, though, you want to put out there for us?
Did not miss anything. Just one smaller kind of boring item that we had was, and it's not boring, it's just the next process and the step is we have a safe route to school sidewalk project that we're doing to make it safer for kids. So that, don't mistake my words, that's not boring. That's a great thing. It's an awesome project for Farmer City. Just the next step in the project is approving the phase 2 engineering for Maurer Stutz to complete the engineering portion of the sidewalk project. One interesting thing that we had to adjust on this is amending the phase 1 agreement, because there was some extra work that our engineers had to do, because one of the sidewalks is going over a bridge in town. So there was some unexpected delays and work that needed to be completed with that. So all is well. We're moving forward to the next phase, and we're hoping that we can get this project started this year too.
All right, sure.
That was really the only other thing from the council meeting last night. Some of my city manager notes, we have a sewer lining project and a water main replacement project happening in Farmer City on Washington Street. And when we started digging in a little bit more and televising the sewer line, there's actually concrete in the bottom of the manhole. And then about,
I remember you saying this. Yeah.
15 feet each direction. We're like, what in the world is like, that should not be there. So we have no clue how it got there. Regardless, it is what it is. And so they started chipping away at it, and it was like 2 days worth of work, and it was like 16 grand, and they're not making any progress. We're like, okay, we need to stop and figure this out. So we went out to bid for somebody to come in and actually replace the entire manhole and replace the pipe, basically 30 feet. And the company that actually won the award was Cross Construction, and they are the ones that are doing the water main replacement. So in all reality, this was a home run, because they're going to be able to work on both that and the water main. Their equipment's going to be there. They're going to be able to coordinate within themselves of how to do this and what the best time frame is. So all things considered, a bad situation turned out to be pretty good. Granted, we have to spend some more money on it, $56,000, but it's going to get the job done properly. It's going to be a brand new sewer line for some of the portion of some of the worst parts, and we're moving forward with it. So we're excited.
So good thing gone, or bad thing gone good, it sounds like.
Yeah. All things considered.
Sure.
Yeah. So another interesting thing kind of going on right now behind the scenes. Our police contract negotiations are occurring. I've got the first draft from their representative there. So
You have to get in the middle of these things.
Yeah, I represent the city side of it,
wow.
us and our labor attorney. So
Mhm.
you want to do what's fair for the officers, and you want to make things right, and
Mhm.
make sure they're protected as well. So they have a representative that represents them,
Mhm.
obviously, and
Mhm.
then I'm representing the city. So it's kind of like this dual almost, but it's not.
Mhm.
You just want to make sure it's fair because it has a ripple effect with other employees, and
Right.
so we're kind of going through those conversations. They've been very healthy. They've been very good. There's some things that need to get updated. And
Have you been through this before?
I have a little bit. I think in Clinton when I first started there, it was kind of on the tail end. So I've gone through. Yeah, Clinton has police, fire, and then plumbers and pipe fitters.
Mhm.
So I was a part of those for a little bit. Again,
Yeah.
kind of on the back end.
Mhm.
So yes and no.
Yeah.
But it's nothing crazy. It's just how do we meet in the middle and make a fair deal and make sure our officers are taken care of and they still want to work in Farmer City.
How
That's
many
the goal.
officers do you have?
So we have a combination. We have full and part timers. All together, and I think the last number that I heard was we were like at 8,
Mhm.
8 to 10, somewhere around there. So we're not a big unit.
Mhm.
We are in the Blue Ridge School District, just like many municipalities, they partner with the school district for school resource officers. So we have a couple of those.
Mhm.
We have obviously a chief guest and
Mhm.
Sergeant King,
Mhm.
and then we also have some patrolmen. So
Mhm.
it varies, kind
Gotcha.
of just on staffing levels, but that's where we'd like to stay at.
Sure. Gotcha.
Smaller department,
Mhm.
but
Mhm.
we make do with what we can. for
There you
sure.
go. Very good. Well, about a minute and a half here with you, Taylor. What did we
Mhm.
miss today you want to put out there?
Just really quickly, our budget's coming up. So our budget cycle is May 1st to April 31st. So
Mhm.
that's going to be coming probably at our next meeting is the first draft. And then also some good conversations I've been having with housing developers, both on the north end and the south end of Farmer City.
Mhm.
We've had some real good traction and conversations. So there might be TIF projects coming up, but people are wanting to invest in Farmer City, and we're super excited about that.
It's wild that there's so much interest in housing in places like Clinton and Farmer City.
Yeah. Because, and I don't know, I mean, Clinton and Farmer City are similar as, we're kind of in the middle of major cities and we're not necessarily directly on the outskirts of it, but
Mhm.
people, good thing they want to be maybe closer to both cities. And
Mhm.
so we'll see what happens, but we're excited.
Very good.
Yeah.
Well, Taylor, always good to talk to you. How do folks keep up with all things Farmer City?
Yeah, they can go to our website, cityoffarmercity.org, or they can go to our Facebook page too. Those are the really big areas where we post things. So
Very good.
Okay.
Taylor Baxter, City Administrator for the City of Farmer City, our guest in studio here for this morning. The morning show streams to Facebook and YouTube, brought to you by Peterson Insurance, your Pekin Insurance agent in Clinton. Network news on the way.
WHOW.